Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about the Netflix movie Spellbound. Now, the movie starts off with our main character Ellen and all her friends going riding on on their pets, and I looked through all through Google to see what the pet's name were, but they kind of remind me of um they kind of remind me of Drac um um Draquins from Elena of Avalor. That's what they remind me of. So they're riding all around the castle with their pets, and she is the princess, and today is her 15th birthday. Well, this week is their 15th birthday. And suddenly um there is a flaming signal that goes up on the castle, and that usually means an emergency. So she tells her friend that she has to go home, and that this year they're not invited to her birthday party because it's a family only type of thing. But here's the real reason. The counselors that help her run the castle have been trying to get her parents under control because their parents turned into monsters. Because a year ago, they were in the forest, because a year ago they were in the forest, and there was a big tornado that came, a big tornado of darkness in the dark forest, and it turned them into monsters. And we will get more on this backstory as we go on, but she's been trying to make the kingdom run smoothly by signing the paperwork, getting all the armies set up, doing greetings, and helping the people with their needs. So, the first song that we get, My Parents Are Monsters, is a bop, and I cannot get it out of my head. Like, two of these songs, I think they did a fantastic job with, and for all the other ones, the movie is great, but I only know two songs, forgive me. Okay, so anyway, this is getting, the counselor, the counselors that are helping her run the castle saying this is getting out of control. Keeping the secret from the public is gonna ruin everything, and we cannot keep a secret for long. And they've been trying to find the cure for a year now, but they are not having any luck. But all hope is not lost, because there are some two squires that are in the forest that Princess Elise has finally found, and they work in the dark forest. So they tell Princess Elise that they actually can help her, and that they will be coming on her next birthday. So, her birthday wasn't actually today, it was next week. And the next week, and when next week comes, the squires are gonna come from the dark forest to tell her how she can break the spell. But when the scrollers do come, the monsters try to eat them. When they try to explain to Ellie about how to break the spell, they get so irritated with them trying to, with her mom and dad trying to eat the squires that they leave, and then and and then Ellie gets mad at them and say, "What is wrong with you guys? That was our last chance to break the spell." So that night, she tries to apologize by bringing her mom and dad a piece of cake, and she tries to say, uh, and, and she actually tries to say that, "I am so sorry, mom and dad. I shouldn't have got mad at you, and I brought you some birthday cake." So she brings them each a birthday cake, and she tells them that she misses them, and then the monster that is her mom, who she is sitting right by, looks at her, but the monster just stares at her. The monster doesn't growl, the monster just looks. So she falls asleep on the couch, forgetting to lock the cage back in. So the monsters, her parents, escape. And then the general, the soldier, comes, and the soldier says, "What is going on here? Who are these monsters?" And then Ellie explains that these are her parents, and then the general says, the monsters are going to be taken away to another island where they cannot scare the villagers. And honestly, okay, I'm not trying to blame here, but don't they have guards? Like, that's a palace. Like, I think they should have guards on the cages at all times, but that's just me. So anyway, Ellie has got to figure out a way to rescue her parents from getting taken away from the castle, and how to break the spell. So it turns out that the scrollers that were there yesterday ooh, 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 actually, actually, actually left her a actually left her a scroll tracer so she can actually find their cottage. So Sunny and Lyra tell her that they don't know how to break the spell, but they do know where she has to go. So she has to go to the River of Light. Go in the water in the River of Light. And the River of Light will turn them back into their normal self. They will turn them back into the queen and into the king and queen. But Sunny and Lyra also tell her, but be warned, because the journey there is very dangerous. If you have any negative or dark thoughts, the tornado of darkness will swallow you up. And actually, this is when Elliot tells them, do not worry, I have no dark thoughts, and we will get them back to normal, because we will find this island of light. So, they all travel to the island of light. Her parents and Flick. This little purple chameleon that she has. Well, not purple chameleon. I forget what animal he is. I did actually search him, and they gave me no info on what creature he was. But he kind of reminds me of Pascal from Rapunzel. Anyway, on their journey, it actually goes pretty well. They stop to look at the stars, and they even stop by this nice cave where wait, I forgot to tell you guys. Since they left the tracer, since Sunny and Lyra left the tracer, she actually got her parents out with no problem, but the guards did catch her, but she used the magical tracer thing, that I am not gonna kid you, the magical tracer thing that she used to find their cottage is like a magic wand, because she wished for transportation to get her away from the guards that were chasing her because she let her parents out, and they were gonna ship them to an island. So she wished for a magical carpet, and the magical carpet appeared, and they all got on it and flew out. But when Flick, the magical animal friend that she had that is purple, clicked the remote to one of the to one of the to one of the ministers of conversations, he actually turned into the purple friend that she had, and the purple friend actually turned into the prime minister. So, yeah. and then the prime minister and Ellie has to work together now to get him back to his body and to get her parents changed. But they're gonna get her parents changed back first. Which makes sense, but honestly, since he's been under that magic spell or whatever, now since he's the purple chameleon thing, um, he's been kind of down, and that way, when we reach the tunnel of emotions, because this tunnel deals with happy and sad commotions. He thinks very, 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 very sad thoughts. And then, remember the tornado of darkness? Yeah. The tornado of darkness found them, and they tried to scoop up Ellie, but not to worry, her parents saved her. And they can speak now. They can speak little words, but they can speak though. They can speak. And so when they went out camping to see the stars, they started to speak some more, and Ellie got all happy because they remembered her name, and then and then and then and And then Ellie gave him a great big hug. She gave she gave her mom and dad a great big hug when they finally said her name after all that time. And then we see and then and 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 then we see another bird creature animal thing that we saw at the beginning of the movie. And it turned out that the bird creature is lost and he's trying to get back to his family. So while Ellie is trying to help him get back to his family, her parents are arguing and saying, no, it's safer for Ellie to go this way. And then the dad says, no, it's safer for Ellie to go this way. And then Ellie comes up with the solution to have them both help her get the little to actually get the little animal back to his family. And they actually do it. And when they finally reach the lake of light, they finally get turned back. The lake of light actually showed them that before they were turned, they were fighting, and then like the tornado of darkness and the tornado of darkness actually picked up on actually picked up on actually actually picked up on their emotions, and the tornado of darkness turned them into monsters. And then they tell their daughter Ellie that they will be separating, but they will always be there for her just because they are separating does not mean they're not a family. And then Ellie gets upset and says, what about me? I thought about you guys this whole entire time when this journey was going on. But you don't even want to work it out for me so we can stay together as a family. So she gets upset and runs away. And then the army has been on their trail the whole entire time. And you know who shows up? The general with her army. And then the king and queen finally get their voices back and they say, we are your king and queen, and we need to save our daughter. So everybody works to save Ellie. And then when the mom and dad finally do find her, still in their monster's form, Ellie sees the light puddle. So her parents work together to get themselves into the light puddle by moving a rock that is blocking it. And they get themselves into it. But before they do, they see Ellie still struggling to fight the dark tornado. But before the fight is over with the dark tornado thing that is following her around because of her sad and angry emotions, she sees. Okay, let me explain. With this light puddle that can change things back to what they were. Before this all started, Elliot sung a song that said, "To the way we were before." And what she meant was like back to the way we were before. And then her parents tell her that they are separating and that things will never go back to the way they were before, but they will still be a family. But Ellie didn't hear that at the moment, so she is so angry. Meanwhile, the puddle of light shows a little light version of her as a little girl and how sad she is. But her older self tells her that she wished that things can go back to the way they were before, but they can't. But she knows that they will be fine and that they will work it out. And her parents tell her, "You were right. We never you were right. We never thought about you, but that is gonna change today because we will always love you." And Ellie tells them that she will always love them too. And by the way, the way the uh, uh, the way we were before, beautiful song, the way we were before. And my parents are monsters, beautiful song, like, and beautiful movie. And then at the end, the guards catch up with the monsters to actually go help save Ellie. And it turned out that Ellie and her parents are fine because Ellie's parents got turned back into humans. And now they are all sharing a group hug. And the guards and the villagers are just watching them share a group hug. Well, actually, just the soldiers are watching them share a group hug. And 1 year later, Ellie gets another emergency. Ellie gets another emergency flare type thing. But this time it's a surprise party. And her parents are there. And the mom and dad actually gives her a flying, a, a flying saddle for her, um, uh, uh, um, for her flying animal. And she tells us that her mom and dad are living in separate castles, and she never cleans her room ever. And her mom and dad are getting on her cleaning her room, which is nice. And then the dad says, "Be home by 10." Okay, no. No, I'm wrong. The dad says, "Be home by 9." And then, and, and, and then, and, and then, and then Ellie says 9. And then the dad says, "Fine, be home by 10." And the mom tells the dad, "Don't worry, I will tell you it if it if she gets home safe." And then they smile at one another, and then Ellie tells her that and and then Ellie tells us, the audience, once again that her parents are separated, but they are still a family, and a family that they will stay. And that is the end of the movie. Oh, and also, do you remember the guys that actually that um that um that that actually gave her the tracer to the dark forest? Yeah, they actually show up at the birthday party, and does so does the leader of the soldiers. So does the general. The general shows up. Like, everyone shows up to her party, and at the end she goes flying with her friends, and telling us telling us that her parents are great, and they waved to her goodbye, and she waves to them goodbye, and that's the end of the movie. Bye, and see you guys in my next video.